Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's real time. Sponsored by Coquel Casino Resort.
Now we're going to check in with Andy Karlovic. He's the owner of Pacific Offshore Charters. They're actually out there on the saltwater. This is live. This is not recorded. 9:23 a.m. First things first, Andy, it's great to see you, man. How you been?
I'm doing awesome. I love doing the show with you because you bring a flat ocean to us every time. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I was saying that to Ryan earlier. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can leave right now. By the time I get on the water over there, it's going to be 4-foot rollers coming at you. What a beautiful ocean this morning.
Oh, it's unbelievable. We're having a great time out here. We got out here to drop lines, and we got our lingcod licking split. You know, we got 10 lingcod.
So, Andy, I got to ask, so this morning already you've had a chance to go after your lingcod. How'd that go?
No, it went quick. I mean, within 30 minutes, we had our limit. Beautiful lingcod. Guys, check this out real quick. Pull them up.
Whoa! Look at that. Those are adults, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Definitely not juveniles.
No.
They're a really good grade of fish. That's about as big as I like to keep them. When they start getting bigger, they're full of eggs. We let them back down and let them make some more of those guys.
Hey, that's the way to do it, man. We all appreciate that. One of the things you need to remember with Andy, everyone, he's got one of the nicest boats I have ever seen out there. So if you get that chance to hook up with him one day, you're going to enjoy the experience, especially if the water's flat like that. Just a lot of room to be comfortable. So now, since you've got your lingcod, what are you targeting as we speak?
Well, once I get done with you, I'm going to drive around the reef, and I'm going to find the black rockfish, and we'll just drop on them real quick, and we should limit out on those, you know, fairly quick, a lot quicker than the lingcod. I'm not going to go after salmon.
Now, overall, up to this point, the fishing in the saltwater has been pretty darn good. Obviously, there's been an opener up in the Astoria area, but for yourself, this point up to in the season, how things been going for you?
Lingcod rockfish has been phenomenal. Salmon, I don't advertise salmon, but we get our rockfish lingcod so quick. I have to find something on salmon for you. You know the answer, yeah. And we'll go out there and get our coho. There's a lot of coho. Coho this year are really big. There's a lot of feed in the water. They are growing, what do they say, a pound a week? I think these things are growing a pound and a half a week. I mean, we're catching a lot of 10-pound coho. Yeah,
now we've been talking a little bit about that the last couple of weeks, Andy, that it seems like everyone's reporting the same thing. Doesn't matter how far north or south you are, if silvers are available, the comment has been, man, they're a lot bigger this year. You've been playing this game for quite a while. What does that tell you for silvers when things start to change, when they start showing up in the bays and working their way in? We could see some pretty good-sized silvers this year.
Oh, and they're going to be big. I was talking to the fish cutter in Garibaldi at Captain Andy, and they've kept 15-pound coho. The big ones they put on a scale just to see what they are, and then, you know, out through 15-pound coho, which is nothing.
Now, as much time as you spend out on the saltwater, is there anything that you might be able to attribute to that, let alone for the silvers, but for the Chinook and all the other fish that are out there? Any reason why that might be?
Water temperature in here is good. You know, you've got that cooler water this year in the bait. I mean, we've had a lot of bait in the water. I look at my screen and it's just black with bait, which is good. You know, we've got a healthy ocean. And the more feed, the bigger the fish can be.
And I think that's the perfect analogy. More food to eat, the fatter that they can get. As opposed to the last handful of years, Andy, when you're talking about a food source for them, bait fish that are out there, would you say that they're more abundant in 2025 than maybe what they were the last handful of years?
Oh, and I'm not an expert, but from what I've seen, absolutely. And not just near shore, out in the tuna ground, there's a ton of bait out there. The fish are full of krill. In one area, then they're full of anchovies. In another area, full of squid. They are not hungry. So, you know, it's a little more challenging trying to get these fish to bite when we're in the tuna ground because they're not hungry. They're not napping.
Yeah, that leads me to my next question. As everyone knows, Andy, I am not a salty guy. I don't do much saltwater stuff each year. Tuna fishing, though, has been on the radar already. It started off very, very good. Did you notice the same thing? You mentioned a lot of bait out there, but did you notice good fishing for tuna a little early?
It wasn't early. I think the season started a little late. We started hunting third week in June, and then we went last week in June, first week of July. We're getting our butts kicked out there. and then it just turned on, and then the weather turned on. So it kept us out of the water a little bit. I mean, we fished yesterday. It took us 3 hours to get out to the tuna grounds. We were filming the show with Buzz Ramsey, and we were getting beat up pretty bad. We got out there, and the fight was unbelievable. But we had a short time in the fish. We ended up with 21 fish. Not great, but they were good grade. I'm going to say 18-pound to 22-pound average, which is great this time of year. And we've caught from 27 to 30-pound fish.
Now, how's the size of those tuna that you're encountering been? Are they also larger than what they typically are this time of year, or is things running normal? 100%
from the schools we've caught. I've gone out a dozen times this year, and not a peanut to be found. I think our smallest fish is maybe 15 pounds.
Wow.
Everything's in that 20-plus pound.
And so everybody at home knows, what would you consider to be a really large albacore tuna off the Oregon coast?
If you're catching something in the mid-30s, that's a tournament winner right there. Those are big fish.
Yes.
And I maybe have a dozen, above 35 pounds.
Wow.
Fishing for over 20 years.
Yeah, those ones will pull your arms off, everyone. Just let me tell you, even teeners will stretch you a bit, but a 35-pounder, you'll know that you got something on. There's no doubt about it. Hey, by the way, coming up is the Tuna Classic, the 20th anniversary of the Tuna Classic. Are you going to be fishing in it?
Absolutely, I'm going to be fishing in it. Me and a bunch of buddies organize it, and we all fish in it. It's a great event. Like you said, it's the 20th anniversary. And it doesn't matter how big your boat is. You can have a small boat, big boat. I ran a 21-foot boat for 18 years fishing that tournament. And it's the 5 biggest fish. If you land on the 5 biggest fish, you win the tournament. You get a ticket to go to Costa Rica and fish in the World Championship. I'm sorry, go ahead, Owin.
I was going to say, that's awesome, man. You get a chance to travel around the world after just catching a handful of tuna.
Exactly. But more importantly, we're raising a lot of money and food for the Oregon Food Bank.
Yeah. And
some women. Those proceeds go to those guys, and it's important. I mean, we've given, we looked at it just recently, close to $1 million in cash to the Oregon Food Bank, Investment Limited, and millions of pounds of food.
It is. It's a great cause, and the folks do appreciate that. Obviously, they get some great food and a lot of support from the Oregon Tuna Classic. This year, for folks that are watching that may have never entered in before, is it easy to do? I know that you mentioned, you can do it with smaller boats than what you're running, but you still have to have the right gear, the right knowledge. It's not like you're going to take your 21-foot Willie Raptor out there with the jet motor on it and go chasing them. Although you probably could in the right port, I guess. But folks that are out there watching that might want to try it for the first time, would that be something that you would recommend?
Absolutely. I mean, there's going to be a lot of us out there. So if you get in trouble, you're going to have to help. But more importantly, you want to have experience running in the salt. It's not running 5 miles offshore to catch salmon. I ran 49 miles offshore yesterday. That could be closer. Last year at the tournament, I caught them at 18 miles. So it changes, day by day. So you want to have ocean knowledge, and you want to have gone out tuna fishing your boat a few times before you enter that tournament, just from the safety perspective.
I think he put it exactly the right way. It is a definite niche fishery that you got to have the experience with. And if you got a little bit of experience, it might be worth trying to, put yourself up against some of the best that are out there, because they will all be involved in the Oregon Tuna Classic. Andy, we never have enough time, but we appreciate you sharing a little insight from you on what you're seeing out there. Sounds like you had a great morning so far, and hopefully you can get your salmon and get back in.
We're going to do that. And hey, August 15th, 16th, Oregon Tuna Classic. Just go to OregonTunaClassic.com if you're interested in it.
Very good. Andy, as always, we appreciate you spending some time with us, bud. I can't wait to check in. We got to set it up so we can do another live report during the Classic, so keep that on your radar.
We got that going for you. We got Starlink, so just let me know.
Perfect. Hey, Andy, be safe out there, okay?
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
That's Andy Karlovic, again, owner of the Pacific Offshore Charters, already being successful with his clients out there this morning. Right before we brought him up, they had already caught a couple of rockfish. They just didn't happen to catch any while we were on the air. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, I got a little video clip for you. We'll be back with that in just a minute.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.